Hiking the Appalachian Trail is a dream for many, but let's be honest, there are a lot of myths out there about what it's actually like to hike it. From bears to budgets, today we're going to be breaking down 5 of the biggest myths about hiking the AT. Some of them might surprise you. Let's dive in. Myth number 1, you must be in great shape in order to hike the AT. Let's get this one out of the way first. Sure, being active and healthy helps you get off to a good start, but nothing prepares you for hiking day in and day out in the mountains except for hiking day in and day out in the mountains. So don't let the fear of not being in the right shape stop you from achieving your dream. You can hike the AT, and the AT will get you in shape for the AT while you're doing it. So get off that couch and get out there. When I started the trail, I wasn't in the greatest shape of my life, but after a few weeks, my body adapted. So don't let this myth stop you from chasing after your dream. Myth busted. All right, myth number 2, that bears are a great danger out on the Appalachian Trail. Well, I'll admit, the thought of encountering a bear in the wild could be a little bit scary to some. However, I hiked all the way from Georgia to Vermont, 1,675 miles before I had my very first bear encounter. It lasted all of 10 seconds, and as soon as he realized I was there, he bolted. Yes, bears do live in the woods, and you might see one. However, they are very skittish and are more than likely to just run away if you do encounter one. I only saw one bear on my entire through hike of the Appalachian Trail, and the other bear that I saw was when I was staying at a hostel. He was raiding a beehive and raiding people's trash there in the neighborhood, not even in the mountains. So no, I didn't carry any bear spray. Instead, I educated myself on how to stay calm during any type of bear encounters. I kept a clean camp, and I also followed all the leaf trace principles. So if you'll just be smart out there, you'll be safe. Myth busted. All right, myth number 3, the Appalachian Trail is overcrowded. I spent 80% of the trail hiking by myself with Leo. If you prefer to hike in groups, there are plenty of opportunities for you to meet people, especially if you start during March in the bubble. But if you're like me and you prefer to hike alone, it's easy to avoid the crowds. I didn't want to match anyone else's pace or schedule, and camping away from shelters also helps to avoid the people and crowds. And if you do the same, you will have plenty of opportunity for solitude. The trail offers options both for the social hiker and for those who want to go solo. Myth busted. All right, myth number 4. You must spend thousands of dollars on ultralight gear in order to hike the entire trail. Now, it's true that lighter gear will help. It can reduce the wear and tear on your joints as you're going, and I spent a lot of money trying to get my load as light as possible. But you don't need to break the bank to hike the trail. I met one hiker who carried over 50 pounds every day and still made it to Katahdin. Would I recommend that? No! But it proves that ultralight expensive gear isn't mandatory. There's plenty of affordable lightweight gear that can help keep your pack under 20 pounds for less than $1,000. I will include a list of budget-friendly gear in the description down below that will help get you trail ready without emptying your wallet. Myth busted. Myth number 5 is a 2-part myth that Virginia is flat and that the Virginia blues are inevitable. So let's tackle the first part. Virginia is not flat. The average elevation gain per mile in Virginia is 248.8 feet. Compare that to Georgia and Tennessee at 274.6 feet per mile, and over a 15-mile day, that's only 325 fewer feet of climbing in Virginia, or about 21 feet per mile. Yes, there are some flatter sections, but Virginia covers 557 miles, or nearly a quarter of the trail, which means there are more opportunities for flat stretches. Now, the second part of the myth, let's talk about those Virginia blues. Now, I spent nearly a month hiking in Virginia, but when you're headed north, you are greeted by the ponies in the Grayson Highlands, which is an amazing, beautiful park. The middle stretch of Virginia, you get to look forward to the Triple Crown, that's Dragon's Tooth, McAfee Knob, and then Tinker Cliffs. And then on the tail end of Virginia, you have the Shenandoahs with all of the waysides, milkshakes, and snacks that you want as you hike the trail. So no, Virginia, I did not get the blues while I was there, and I loved every step of Virginia. As a matter of fact, it was one of my favorite states. Myth busted. While the Appalachian Trail can be full of surprises, and these myths might intimidate some, the reality is much different. And I hope that whether you were worried about being in shape, buying the right gear, or encountering a bear, that this video has helped clear up some of the common misconceptions. And if this video helped or inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone that's dreaming of hiking the AT. Let me know in the comments down below any myths that you've heard about hiking the Appalachian Trail. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the trail.